Distinguished Professor Albert van Jasveld, dear colleagues, experts, and guests, good morning and good afternoon. It is my great pleasure to join you at the System Analysis in Asia Conference. On behalf of the National Natural Science Foundation of China, I'd like to extend my warmest welcome and heartfelt thanks to all the distinguished participants to the conference. My thanks also go to our colleagues of IIASA and Institute of Geographic Sciences and the Natural Resources of the Chinese Academy of Sciences, and our conference partners, Japanese Committee for IIASA, National Research Foundation of Korea, Iran National Science Foundation, and Technology Information, Forecasting, and Assessment Council of India, for your devoted efforts in the organization that made this conference possible. The cooperation between IIASA and the NSFC has been very productive since NSFC became a member of IIASA in 2002. In addition to supporting collaborative research between IIASA and the Chinese researchers, NSFC also sends excellent PhD students to IIASA every summer for 2 months study and research. So far, around 100 Chinese students have benefited from this program, and many of them have grown into promising young scientists in system analysis. The year 2022 will be the 5th anniversary of IIASA and also the 20th anniversary of NSFC's membership in IIASA. NSFC will organize a series of celebration events together with IIASA, and we are also seeking further concrete collaborations, especially on topics of sustainable development of Asia. Asian countries share many regional challenges that need to be addressed by taking an integrated, transdisciplinary, and policy-oriented approach. System analysis allows us to understand critical linkage, synergies, and trade-offs between issues generally treated separately. NSFC is very pleased to be the co-host of the first IIASA Regional Conference held with Asian NMOs. In the following 3 days, Asian and IIASA researchers will explore topics such as harnessing the power of the system analysis in Asia, integrated approaches to the sustainable development goals, achieving net zero and urbanization. We hope that this conference will provide a platform for scholars and experts to exchange views on how to apply system analysis to regional challenges and explore the needs and potentials of international cooperation. I'm sure the conference will facilitate the communications between IIASA and the Asian research communities and further promote the profile of IIASA in Asia. Finally, I wish everyone a pleasant time for the next 3 days and wish the meeting a great success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Chi. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I would like to now pass the floor to Dr. Albert van Jasveld, the Director General of IIASA.
Thank you, Ian. And from my side, I'd like to extend a hearty welcome to all participants at this very exciting first Asian conference that IIASA has been hosting together with the NSFC and Professor Chi, our hosts. I would like to thank you, sir, and all your staff for the extraordinary collaboration to get us to this point. And I would like to also extend a warm thank you to all our partners that have joined in this particular venture from around the Asian region. We will spend a little bit more time talking about systems analysis and what it brings to the table over the next few days. But from my side, I would just like to first of all say that we all regret not being able to meet together and exchange pleasantries and have a cup of tea together. But maybe next time things would have changed to the point where that becomes feasible. And I look forward to, at least in the interim, engaging with the audience during this conference, learning about the work that's going on in Asia, and how we as IIASA can help and how we can assist and how we can contribute to strengthening the science to policy work, as Professor Chi indicated in his previous remarks. So we are really excited about this, as we are excited about, you'll see behind me, our 50th anniversary next year that we're celebrating at IIASA. And I hope that the landscape has changed so that at least some of you will be able to come to us here at IIASA in Luxembourg and celebrate some of these occasions with us during the year. But please look out for those different events happening around the world, not only in Luxembourg and Austria. We will be launching events and activities around the world to keep the entire IIASA community involved in those proceedings. So we look forward to the conference, and we look forward to hosting some of you, or hopefully all of you, over the next year or so during our 50th celebrations as well. So welcome. Hope you enjoy the proceedings and that you find value out of our current engagement. Thank you, Ian.
Thank you, Albert. With this conference, we've been very lucky to have the partnership of 4 other Asian NMOs from Japan, Korea, India, and Iran. And therefore, I would like to ask Professor Katsu Takimoto, who is the IIASA Council member for Japan and professor at the University of Tokyo, to say some welcome remarks.
Thank you, Ian, for your kind introduction. I am very happy to be here together with you. On behalf of the Japan Committee for IIASA, I would like to address the IIASA Regional Conference on Systems Analysis in Asia, which is co-hosted by IIASA and the National Natural Science Foundation of China, NSFC. At the same time, I am delighted to welcome all the participants to this conference. I'm also pleased to extend my special thanks to all the members of Conference Program Committee, Poster Abstract Selection Committee, and Organizing Committee, who have made this important conference realized in a smooth manner. Together with the other IIASA national member organization NMOs in Asia, the Japan Committee for IIASA has contributed to the IIASA research and the capacity development programs as one of founding NMOs since 1972. We are very happy to share with you that research collaboration between IIASA and Japan have been very productive. It is highlighted that more than 40 research organizations in Japan have been fully involved in a wide range of research activities, including, one example, an in-depth analysis on benefits from measures to address air pollution and climate change. The Asian countries, as Professor Jie shared before, our Asian countries have faced a variety of challenges, such as socioeconomic change, the limited natural resources, transboundary environmental problems, and the management of megacities. Since these challenges are interlinked to each other, it is required to further develop policy-oriented research with integrated and transdisciplinary approaches. This is why our collaboration here is very, very important to provide policymakers and relevant stakeholders with integrated policy options to address regional and global challenges. In this regard, I would like to draw your attention to the major objectives of this conference, namely, number one, to build on the expertise and the interlinkages among communities on system analysis in Asia. Secondly, to discuss and analyze transformative approaches to achieving sustainability across multiple sectors and regions. And thirdly, to discuss both research methods and their application to regional challenges. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to conclude my remarks by wishing you a fruitful conference through your active participation in these 3 days. Thank you very much, and once again, welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Takimoto. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce Professor Casey Moon, who is the IIASA Council member for Korea and also president of the University of Science and Technology in Korea. Professor Moon, please.
Thank you, Ian. First, on behalf of Korean the NMOs, congratulations to the Asian organizations, especially NSFC, NSFC of China, organized very well for this, even especially for the 3 continuous days. When I look at the contents, well, they covers very well for the future societies. I realize we are living in changing societies. Also, we are living with modern technologies. This is the fact. This is the proof for this. We can have the regional meeting using the high tech. Even I can meet everywhere from this kind of things. On behalf of all the organizations, I really congratulate and who worked really hard for this, especially IIASA's and China committees for this. Well, this is the first step, even first time in Asia's regional conference like this big organizing together. Before that, 20 years ago, even Korea organized the small parts between Korea and IIASA's, not like these multi-Asian nations. But Korea is planning to have next year for congratulate the 50 years anniversary of IIASA, another Asian small conference. I hope at that time, everybody come to Korea and meet face to face, have a better and good the regional conference that times. Once again, or before I finish this, when I really thanks for the keynote lectures every day, 2 days per person. Today is a 2 person, tomorrow is another 2 people. I really congratulate and thanks for them, plus all the speakers who spend their own time with their range. Also the range of the covers, range of the subjects are very wide and for the future societies. Once again, congratulations for the NSFC China.
Thank you very much, Professor Moon. And so now we move to the physical room where we have Professor Fu Boji, who is a member of the IIASA Science Advisory Committee and also professor at the Research Center for Eco-Environmental Sciences at the Chinese Academy of Sciences to give us a welcome from there. Please, Professor Boji.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. This Professor Xincheng Xie, Vice President in the National Science Foundation of China. Dear Professor Albert van Gevert, Director General of the IIASA. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to be here, attend this important meeting as Science Advancement Committee member of the IIASA. First of all, I would like to congratulate the IIASA established in the 50 years anniversary is next year's. It's also celebrate the 50 years of the system science. The theme of this conference is a special discuss on the system analysis in the Asia. In China, system science research was from the initiate academic Chen Xuesen in the 1980s. Since there, systems analysis have been widely applied in the different disciplines. To date, systems analysis has contributed significantly to the development geoscience, environmental science, and sustainability science. It is now widely considered is a data space in which human life in the Earth's surface systems. And these systems is also the complexity systems and close link with society and human well-being. Face to global environmental change and globalizations, global sustainability is a big challenge to us. Over of the system's perspective on the sustainable development is the most fulfilling approach. It's a UN is a proposal is a 17th SDGs. You know, it's a we divided is 3 categories for this 17th is SDGs as basic needs, objective, and governance. We also proposal is implementations how to achieve the SDGs. We call the 3 approach, like is a classification, coordination, and collaboration. In Asia country, we face a lot of the same problem along with social economic development, such as we have is a bigger population, we are face climate change and monsoon is a climate. We also have some is the same is a nature disaster. I think this is a workshop is very good opportunities to explore and the scientists exchange its idea and assessment and overview. We can take this opportunity, sincerely look forward, expert and delegate present your latest research results. And we hope is that this conference will be milestone in the advancement of system analysis in Asia. I wish we have a successful in the conference and we can put forward system analysis in the Asia countries. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Boji. And so also one of the very important partners on this conference was the Iranian National Science Foundation. I'm not sure if Professor Iman Eftekhari is here. And if he's here, or perhaps I can ask for Professor Ashtiani to say some words on behalf of the Iranian National Science Foundation, please.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the colleagues and friends all over the world. I would like to congratulate the IIASA, the China National Science Committee, and our Japanese colleague, and Korean, Indian, and all of the participants for organization of this conference, especially the IIASA staff. We are living in Asia, and we are having a very rapid economic growth in Asia. We have a rapid urban development. We have a rapid population increase. And we are living in a very complex Asia with complex dynamic politics, dynamic economy. And at the same time, we are facing lots of complex issues. And in order to assure the sustainability of this economic and urban growth, we need to have a systematic look, a system thinking. And therefore, this topic is highly needed in Asia. And it cannot be done by one country. We live in a world that's now there is no borders and there is no time difference. We all can be in different parts of the world at the same time. And therefore, we need to put our hands together to work together to solve the complex challenges, complex issue in our complex world and complex Asia. And I'm very happy that IIASA made these initiatives. And this is a very important meeting. I think it's a meeting that we are launching a new activity in Asia. Iran National Science Foundation, it has a special emphasis on working with IIASA and also working on the issue on the system analysis. And we are ready to cooperate and invest and contribute toward these initiatives. And I hope this conference would result to an action, to an implementation, and implementable activities that we can move forward. I would not like this conference to finish with lectures and with just exchanging information. I would like to kindly ask Albert and all the IIASA staff to have a follow-up and have a resolution from this conference, that this resolution could be approved by the Council of the IIASA in order we can move forward. This would be a step forward for a future cooperation. We have lots of proposals and we will raise in the panel. Again, I would like to thank our Chinese colleague. I would like to thank all our colleagues in Korea, Japan, India, Australia, and everywhere, and and my colleagues in Iran, that we have made this conference to a reality. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you very much, Dr. Stewart. And in fact, you did make the right pronunciation of my name, so thank you very much. Dear Professor Joswell, colleagues and guests, entrusted by Professor Xincheng Xie, the NSFC Vice President, and I would like to say a few words on such wonderful occasion. As all good things must come to an end, IIASA Regional Conference, System Analysis in Asia, will soon conclude. It is our great honor to spend the past 3 days with you all, and on behalf of the National Natural Science Foundation of China, I would like to thank all keynote speakers, panelists, and active participants for sharing with us your valuable knowledge, insight, and experience on system analysis. I hope this meeting can contribute to the future development of system analysis in Asia and gather some input for IIASA's research direction in the future. Over the past 3 days, we also invite 12 authors to present their posters online or on-site in the poster sessions. Each conference participant were allowed to vote for their favorite poster before the voting polls closed at 16:15 China Standard Time today. Now, It is my great honor to announce that our Post Award winner goes to Post 1, Mr. Li Jincheng from Peking University, and the title of his poster is The Effects of Environmental Protection Policies on Nutrient Export in the Yangtze River Basin. So congratulations, Mr. Li Jincheng. And you will be offered the winner attendance to the next in-person IIASA conference and present your poster at the conference. I really hope that the ban on international travel can be lifted off at the time, so you will be able to make your travel happen in person. And congratulations again. So finally, I would like to once again confirm our commitment to the work of IIASA and to international scientific cooperation. And I do hope that we could have more opportunities like the one provided by the meeting, by this conference, to discuss important issues for our region and build up connections. And hopefully, I will be able to welcome you face-to-face in Beijing next time. So to conclude, I will thank you again for your great contribution and looking forward to seeing you in other IIASA event. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Zhu. We too hope that soon we can all meet in person. It's been very nice, this conference, but it's not quite the same as doing it all in person. So thank you. Thank you. So thank you also for announcing the winner of the best poster. This is congratulations to Dr. Li. So I'd like to now pass the floor to Albert van Jaarsveld, the Director General of IIASA, for his closing remarks. Over to you, Albert.
Got it. Thank you. Got it. I hope you can all hear me now. So thank you. And thank you for this opportunity. First of all, I would like to also extend my warm congratulations to our poster winner. And we all look forward to hopefully receiving you here in Luxembourg as soon as possible. So please, let's keep communicating, and it'll be wonderful if we can get the opportunity to receive you at the home of IIASA. I would also like to echo the sentiments by Professor Liu and to thank all our speakers, our poster presenters, the people that chaired our sessions for their significant input. And I'd like to thank all the participants, both online as well as those that were in-house at the NSFC. And thank you very much for participating in this, what we consider to be an extremely important conversation. I think we've learned a lot, and you've shared some key messages with us about, I think, future research directions. I'm hoping that we can take these up, and I'll get back to that in a minute. But then also I would like to take this opportunity as an institution, IIASA, to thank first of all our host, the National Natural Sciences Foundation of China, for hosting this conference. Thank you very much, sir. It's much appreciated. All the inputs from all the staff and everybody that helped and assisted in this regard. We also like to thank our other partners, the Iran National Science Foundation, the Japan Committee for IIASA, our National Research Foundation of Korea, and of course our partner TIFAC from India. So thank you so much for all participating and contributing to the successful delivery of what I think was a very interesting, a very thought-provoking, and a very thoughtful contributions from everybody around the table. Just about the some of the feedbacks that we've heard as an institution that we would like to take forward and try and deal with. I would like to remind everybody that every year at this stage, as part of our new strategic initiatives program at IIASA, we launch 2 collaborative research projects that are co-developed and co-engineered, if you like, with our national member organizations. And I think I would encourage all of you through your national member organizations to participate in this process, to try and find out what the priorities are, particularly for the Asian region, that we should be focusing on in the the next round, which will kick off towards the end of this year for next year's project launch. And we will have 2 projects every year launched in different parts of the world as part of the Strategic Initiatives Program. So please keep your eyes open for that. I would also like to encourage you to continue engaging with the researchers at the IIASA. I think grassroots collaboration, I think the idea of a working group on urban resilience was raised in the previous session. It's really important that the scientist-to-scientist conversations happen, because that's where the new proposals come from, and that's where the new funding instruments that can support those proposals will come from, through that kind of dialogue. So please ensure that we can take this conversation forward. And then also I would like to encourage everybody, because the new call for applications for the Young Scientist Summer Program has just opened up at the IIASA. And please send in your best possible candidates to come and spend some time with us, hopefully physically in 2022, depending on COVID. But either that, we also offer an online option when we really got our backs against the wall and the COVID makes travel impossible. But so please make sure that the young people come and learn about systems analysis, that they take it back to your institutions and back to your research laboratories, and hopefully add some value to your internal research activities at the same time. So Ian, from my side, thank you. I think it was a very successful conference, and the feedback that I've got is that there were some really interesting sessions. I'm afraid I couldn't attend all of them, but again, thank you all for you. And again, I would like to just emphasize the contribution from the NSFC as our valued partner in this regard. And I wish you well, and hopefully very soon we can see all of you in IIASA again. Thank you, Ian.